Whether we're talking with buyers or sellers, it seems as though the same comment always comes up in conversation, and that is, let's talk about the price. Certainly price is important, but it's not the key to the transaction. It's what we call PTA, price, terms, and allocation. The first thing that we begin to negotiate is the price, of course. But key to that are the terms. Are the terms acceptable to the buyer and to the seller? In other words, part of those terms might include how much of a note, if any, is the seller going to participate in? Are they going to help finance part of the transaction? Are they going to provide a non-competition agreement? Is there going to be continual consulting or employment contracts in place post-acquisition? What types of reps and warranties are being provided in this transaction? The terms are vitally important. So it's not just price, it's price and terms, or deal structure, if you will. And then finally, the allocation. Simply put, the allocation is breaking up or segregating into parcels what that value, that transaction value is and how it's being allocated or paid. In other words, how much of that total purchase price is being paid for real property, for personal property, for the machinery, the equipment, the vehicles, the rolling stock, the non-competition agreement, the goodwill, the tangible and intangible assets. The allocation is key to the seller because it helps to determine what the tax liability for the seller might be. In other words, it helps the seller to determine what the post-tax net proceeds are going to be from the closing. It helps the buyer to determine whether or not they're going to have a stepped-up basis of depreciation, which goes directly to the heart of the issue as to how that's going to impact their cash flow. And is that going to be able to assist them with some working capital? Is it going to help them in terms of servicing any of the contemplated debt or growing the business? So really, next time that you're thinking about the price of a business, don't just think in terms of price. It's a little short-sighted. Think in terms of price, terms, and allocation. In other words, the total deal structure. If you'd like to know a little bit more about deal structure or one that you're working on, please give us a call. We're experts at working through deal structure in both price, terms, and allocation.